enlightened together with everything internally and externally simultaneously, together simultaneously in a way of cutting. It isn't about might or not might, together simultaneously with everything in a way of cutting. It will be in a way of not relate to might or not might. Might, even to might itself. It isn't about might or not might together with everything, so that it will become the essence of enlightenment for one another. It doesn't mean that you fixate on everything or stay with everything, but it means more than everything. It has no limit. It isn't about might or not might. It means no limit. Everything is from not grasping the non-grasping itself, not attached to the non-attachment itself. So it doesn't mean that everything is the thing of all things, but it means it's more than everything. It has no limit. Everything has no limit. Might has no limit. So you have to be more than all things. Everything means you have to go beyond everything, because it is from not grasping the non-grasping itself. From something that isn't might or not might. From something that isn't about grasping or not grasping. From something that isn't about might or not might, and it will go beyond all things, and everything has no limit. Or you can say that it is the power of emptiness and extinction that cleanses the samsara. Listen up. This is all the essence. You don't need to interpret or analyze what you have heard, because if you start to try to understand or analyze or interpret what you have heard, you use your own opinion or your own idea. So listen and just let go of what you have heard. Just listen and let go of that listening. something that isn't about mind or not mind, it will be a true mind, a true cutting. Mind means to cut. It isn't about mind or not mind, it will be a true cutting, a true mind, and together with everything, simultaneously. Be the essence of the enlightenment. Embody the essence of the enlightenment without trying to elaborate or interpret anything, because that will shift from the true essence. Listen and be one with the essence without trying to analyze, understand, or interpret anything, because that will make it shift from the true meaning. Everything is mind, the mind itself, that is a direct essence. It's not to be direct yourself anywhere, but be direct and let go of that directness. From mind, the mind itself. It isn't about mind or not mind. Mind dissolves mind itself. This is how you enlightened at the present. The present that dissolves the present itself. Don't need to try to become enlightened in the future, but be enlightened now and help cut at the present. The present of everything, the present of every present. There's only present time. The present realm of existence, the true existence, is only happened at present all the time. So enlightened here and now. Don't need to be enlightened in the future. It's not like that. That is some mindset that you have created to delude yourself. Every time is a present time. That is the truth. The truth of the samsara is the present time. It's the present samsara. You create the value, the mindset to set out for something in the future and become your goal. Are you gonna cut something in the future? Why don't you cut something here and now? Everything, the mind itself at the present of everything. From the mind itself here and now all the time, continuously. This is how you enlightened. For the samsara, for one another, here and now, at present, every time, all the time, at present. Don't need to aim forward or aim to go anywhere or aim for anything in the future, but here and now, at present, from not attached to the non-attachment itself, here and now. Don't need to aim for anything or set for anything in the future. From not relate to the non-relating itself is to release and liberate for one another here and now, for everything at present. It isn't about mind or not mind, in the same way with everything simultaneously. To release, liberate, and enlighten for one another here and now at present. Not let yourself be deluded at present and try to achieve Nibbana in the future. That is your imagination. your illusion, but here and now embody the essence, cut the cutting. Everything is from mind, the mind itself. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself here and now at present. The present time of every present time. From not relate to the non-relating itself every time at the present. From mind, the mind itself here and now at present, not the future. So don't be deluded from your own illusion or your own imagination to become enlightened or come to a total cessation sometime in the future. Don't be deluded like that. It isn't about might or not might. Be the essence of that here and now at present. Or your being, or your living, the existence of the samsara is always about here and now at the present time. Always. If you think of the past, you have to reference it with the present time. If you think of something in the future, you refer to the future based on the present time. So the samsara is here and now at present. Always. Every time is the present time. You only use the present time as a base to think of something in the future. And you miss out on the present time. And you use the present time to think of the past. Everything is from the present. So let us be enlightened here and now for one another. Become to a total cessation here and now for one another here and now. From not grasping the non-grasping itself, something that isn't about might or not might, together with everything, continuously. This is all the key to unlock the cutting. Everything is might to cut directly. Might, the might itself, everything is from might, the might itself. It isn't about might or not might simultaneously with everything. That is more than just cutting. If it is more than just cutting, it means enlightenment for the samsara, because you not fixate only to the cutting. It becomes a power that helps the samsara to cut. It becomes great compassion. Everything is the present, and the present time is everything. So enlightened and and help the samsara become enlightened. For mind, the mind itself at the present, every time, always at present. This is the present doesn't grasp on to the present itself. The present that doesn't grasp on the present that has no delusion about the present itself. It isn't about trying to be in the present. Because you are in the present already, you don't need to try to be in the present. That is a delusion. The present that has no delusion in the present itself. It isn't about grasping or not grasping together with everything continuously. The present that doesn't grasp onto the present, the present time that has no delusion with the present time itself. The present of the body, of mind, the present Dhamma, the present of everything that has no delusion in itself. Something that's not related to the non-relating itself continuously, together with everything. It isn't about might or not might, continuously with everything. Something that is might, even to might itself, might that isn't related to might continuously. It isn't about might or not might, always, all the time. That is how you cut without hold on to the cutting. Vimutti that doesn't grasp on to the vimutti, liberation that doesn't hold on to the liberation. That is how you cut, liberate for the samsara. It's not about set yourself for something in the future or set your mind for something in the future. That is all imagination and illusion in aiming forward. Here and now, something that isn't about might or not might. Here and now, with your present body, mind, Dhamma and everything. Not to go forward or aim forward to something in the future. Something that isn't about not attached to the non-attachment itself. Something that isn't related to the non-relating. Here and now, together with everything at present. You always have desire to go forward, to aim for something in the future. So that's also a delusion about the time. It's not related to even the non-relating itself. Remind yourself like that so you won't have a delusion about the time. From the mind itself, from not relate to the non-relating itself, here and now, that is how you won't have a delusion about the time or about the present time. you will be in the present without delusion.
มันบอกว่ามันอยู่มาหลายร้อยปีหลายพันปีก็ยังเวทนาตัวเดิมๆสัญญาตัวเดิม
No matter how long you have been here or whoever have been here, maybe many years, many thousand years, it's the same. The essence is still the same. The feeling, the sensation is still the same. It's still the present. It's always a present for everyone. Keep remind yourself something that isn't about mind or not mind continuously. The present that has no delusion in the present itself.
มันไม่หลงปัจจุบันที่เขาเรียบร้อยแล้วอดีตอนาคตไม่มี
If the present that has no delusion with the present itself, you won't have to deal with the future or the past. If the present doesn't hold on to the present itself, there will be no past or future, no delusions about the past and the future. If mind doesn't have delusion in mind, you won't have any delusion. Something that isn't about attached or detached. In that way, you won't have any delusion in attaching or detaching from anything. Something that is not related to even the non-relating itself. Remind yourself, and you won't have a delusion about trying to not relate to anything or relate to anything. It isn't about might or not might. So you will have more delusion in trying to might or not might anything. Something that isn't about grasping or not grasping. So you won't have more delusion in trying to grasping or not grasping anything. It isn't related to even the non-relating itself. That ends the delusion of you trying to relate or not relate to anything. Together with everything, not relate to the non-relating itself is simultaneously with everything, so it helps dissolve internally and externally simultaneously. Together with everything, every particle in the world and samsara, from not relate to the non-relating itself with everything. Don't leave out the space in the air or the air itself. Everything. It will dissolve all the grasping, fixation that you have, any desire to attain vimutti or any condition in Dhamma, or your desire for any attainment. It will help dissolve. When I say everything, it means everything. Not for yourself. All things, earth, wind, fire, and water. Everything. Something that isn't about might or not might. With everything. It isn't related to the non-relating itself with everything. So you won't have more delusion in trying to relate or not relate to anything. That is to help dissolve any desire to attain anything from the present. Your desire to attain something, that is a problem. Something that's not related to even the non-relating itself together with everything simultaneously. And it will become no limit, boundless. It isn't about might or not might simultaneously with everything. So there's no more delusion in might or not might anything. Dissolved, inner and outer, the personal and the societies, both are sufferings. It dissolves inner and outer, the personal matter and the matters of the society. Something that is not related to even the non-relating itself. It is no self in it. There is no self in trying to relate or not relate to anything. It isn't related to the non-relating itself. There will be no delusion in having self in trying to relate or not relate to anything with everything. Don't leave out the air. Everything means everything. It's not just about your body, your mind, but everything. Something that's not attached, even to the non-attachment itself, it applies to everything, not just body and mind, but everything. It's not about any particular thing, but
ตัดความเป็นไป
it includes everything. That is
รู้
how
เนี่ยมันก็คือตัด
you can
ผู้
call
ช่วย
it
เอง
enlightened together with one another. Enlightened and help enlighten for one another simultaneously.